A big thank you to Foreo for sponsoring this episode.
In today's episode, we are going to be going thrifting for some outdoor furniture, home decor items. We'll see what we can find. It's always hit and miss at the thrift store, as you know. And today I have some friends with me. Lisa, as you know, and this is our dear friend Susan, and she's going to be joining us for the ride. But we're going to play our game, and I'll let you know what the rules are in just a second. In the meantime, let's get on the road. We are here at Hope Thrift, which is one of our favorite thrifting places that we like to come, huh?
I love it.
Yes.
It's my favorite.
And this is your first time here?
First time.
Okay, good. So here's the challenge. We're gonna go in and we're gonna have 3 minutes to find the most bougie home decor item that we can physically carry, and then we're gonna have a little competition to see who finds the best one.
It's time for me to win.
Is it?
It's been a while.
I don't know. There's something to be said about beginner's luck.
That's true. That's true.
And I think she has a really good eye, so we'll see what happens. But, you know, I still kind of want to win, you know. But we'll find out. So are you ready?
Let's go.
All right, let's go inside. Ladies, the 3-minute challenge starts right now.
Let's go.
Let's go. Do we think this has any monetary value? That looks pretty nice. It's like a china with handles. Looks like a soup tureen. So maybe something like that. Also, there's some like transferware. Lisa?
We know that this has no monetary value. I picked it last time.
You did.
And clearly nobody likes it because it's still here.
It's still here, and it's been a while too.
It's been a while.
Need your hair done?
Get the roots all.
I haven't sat under one of these in years.
I haven't either.
Like when I was a little girl, I feel
time.
like it. I left it the last time I was here. Maybe I'll have to get it this time. I don't know. Did you find your item?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm looking at the label. I don't know.
Okay. Should get this for Lisa. I think she could do something with that, actually. I could see her painting it white and gold and then doing something in the middle. I don't know. So I'm not having good luck finding anything that looks bougie like I could win, but I am gonna find something. I'm gonna find something, but I'm not having luck right now. Oh, I found something for Lisa though. Okay, so they have a lot of art frames here that I'm gonna have to thumb through because, you know, I love a good frame. Are you finding anything good?
Well, kind of. A couple of things.
Okay, cool, cool. This might have to come home with me. I've thought about it enough. It needs to come home. I might not use it in this episode, but it's coming home. What did you find, Susan?
Okay, I found this CD hanger, I guess. I don't know what it is.
Is that for Lisa?
It is for Lisa.
Okay.
I think it's pretty funny.
What is that? Why would they hang CDs from it?
I don't know.
Oh, I guess they're painted. They're not really...
Yeah, they're artwork. But, I mean, it looks like it was a plate rack of some sort.
I'm sure she can make that look real good. So, good find.
Okay.
I'm out of time, and so I'm going to go with my initial thought, and that is this. So, let's go and do our competition. Did you all find your item?
Yes.
We all ended up with dishes somehow.
Winner.
She might. I don't know.
I
We'll
don't
see.
know. She actually has a really good item. So
It
we'll
is.
see.
All right. We'll let you know later.
Okay.
So there was this thing that caught my eye on the way in that we're going to go look at for Lisa. I think she is the queen of making over light fixtures. So I think this will be perfect. Does that not look like something Lisa would make over and make into something super stunning? And it's only $14.99. So I think this is our challenge piece. It's pretty ugly right now, but I think she can make it good. Look at this. I feel like this is something that I could use. Even if I don't use that, we could put like rechargeable light bulbs in it or something and not hardwire it. I think I could do something fun with this. So it's coming home with me. Didn't find a ton of stuff, but that's okay because I've been collecting some things that I'm gonna do a haul with you in just a second. So we're gonna check out and buy the things that we picked out here today, and then I'll show you some of the other items that I found. So it's the next morning and I had so much fun thrifting with Lisa and Susan. It's always a blast. And if you want to see who won the 3-minute challenge, you're gonna have to stay tuned for that. We always have such a good time. And I cannot wait to share with you all of the thrifting finds that I found on this trip, as well as another trip that I took to another store called Sisters Junktique last week. Found some really cool things there as well, and I'm just gonna kind of combine this haul. But while we're doing the haul, I thought it would be fun to share with you one of the things that I am doing for my skin. Now, I've had several comments from you asking how my skin is glowing and how I'm aging in reverse. A huge compliment. Thank you so much.
You're making me blush.
I'm gonna share with you one of the things that I am doing today. I'm doing a couple of things, and this one is really critical, and that is this Foreo FAQ 202 mask. And it is a red light therapy mask, but this one actually has 8 different color settings and just so many different options. It's very, very versatile. I actually did a lot of research on red light therapy long before I ever started using this mask. Since I'm not a doctor and all of that, I would just direct you to go online and do your own research. It's actually really, really good for you. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm completely makeup free sans my lash extensions, and I just feel like it's looking overall so much better than it was a couple months ago, a year ago. I feel like I have less fine lines and wrinkles. It glows, and I attribute a lot of it to this mask. Now, you can use whatever facial products you want, but I really like this Manica Honey one by Foreo FAQ line. And then to clean it, they have this cleaning spray to keep it clean. You don't want to submerge the mask, just clean it with this cleaner, and it's super good. So one of the reasons I like this mask is, first of all, there is no big long cord and charging pack attached to it. You charge it, it holds a charge, so you don't have like a big battery pack, which means you can wear it and go and do household chores or crafting or a whole bunch of things. I don't have time to go and have facials done, but we can do this in a matter of 15 minutes and really make an impact. You do this like 3 to 5 times a week and your skin's gonna look amazing. We're gonna put this on while we do our thrift haul, but before I do that, I just wanna share with you that they have given us one of the best coupon codes that I have ever seen, and that goes towards even items that are already on sale. So that is a huge, huge discount, and it's all for you. And so I love this so much that I bought the neck mask on my own dime because I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I've seen such good results here that I want it for my neck too. So that's on its way. Anyways, we're gonna put this on, lightweight, very comfortable. This is so easy to do. Okay, you just turn it on right here. It has like places to breathe through your nose. You can see it's very lightweight and comfortable. They have an app. Okay, and then you click on the device that you're using, and then you go to treatments. And I'm gonna do my favorite one. First of all, it connects, and once it connects, it should turn off. Okay, automatically, but it's still on. And then I'm gonna do the anti-wrinkle treatment. That's the one that I like to do, and it does 3 different light settings, like a red one, a purple one, and an orange one, and they all have different benefits. And then you just hit start, and then you hit ready, and it goes. And then you don't have to stay in the app. You can go out if you don't want to, but it will still continue to do the treatment. The music does disappear, which is fine because we are going to do our thrifting haul. On my adventures with Lisa, I'm going to share with you what I found there, and then I'm going to share with you some amazing finds that I found at a store called Sisters Junktique. At our thrift store that I went to, I found this little sad light fixture, but I think it has really good potential. $5.99, and I have a really cool idea for this. So you'll have to stay tuned to see what we do with this. So that's $5.99. And then this is actually from a previous thrifting. It just happens to be here right now, but this is from a previous thrift of adventure, $3. But I have an idea for our outdoor project. So I haven't done anything really with this, but I've been hanging on to it. So we're gonna do something with that in this episode. At the thrift store, I got this ginormous piece of art. It's not really for the outdoors, but for only $39.99. It's ginormous. I actually looked it up, and the print itself is worth $300. It is definitely a print. It's not an original or anything, but I'm like, that is a heck of a steal, and I thought that was good, and I liked the frame. At that Sister's Junk store, like I mentioned, I got this lantern. I don't know if you can see just how huge this is. I mean, it is just ginormous, and I think it will look beautiful outside, and it was just $14, and I'm like, that's probably like in any other store would have been a couple $100. I mean, just imagine trying to find this at Pottery Barn.
It's expensive.
Also at that Sister's Junk, I found this little round artwork. I don't know if it's meant to be like a tray because there's not hanging hardware, but I just thought this was really cute. I got this with my mother-in-law. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but it was not very expensive. And then I got this little wood riser, and I think this is only a few dollars. I think it was like $3, and I thought that was cute. I have been looking at these like architectural pieces online for a couple of years, and I found this for $20 at that Sister Junk store. So I had to get it because I've been wanting this for a long time, and it was such a good deal. Also, they had this Magnolia cookbook, which is just beautiful. And if you've ever been to like Waco and gone to her restaurant, her food is really, really good. So I was excited to get this cookbook, and it was a really affordable price, $12. Now, this, I can't remember where I got this. I don't think this was at Sister's Junk, but I've had this for about a month or so, and I believe I paid about $10 for it. And we may not leave it this color, but it really is reminiscent of, oh, it just changed color settings to the purple, so we're about a third of the way through. This is really reminiscent of some Ballard Design pots and some other high-end pots, and I thought we could do something fun outdoors with this and replicate a very expensive high-end look, so that was a good find. And this little candle stand right here is another find, and I don't know if we'll do anything in this episode with this or not. Be fun to think of something for this. What would you do with it? Would you use it as a candle stand? I think that was it, except for I just remembered one more find that I got. This beautiful artwork was like $18, and I looked it up, and I got to do a little bit more research on it. But I think it might be worth a little bit of money because it is older, the frame is beautiful, and it is a famous painting. It's not like an original, I can tell that, but it does look like it's like an older print. You'll have to hang on for a while till I can get to that room. But I was excited to find this, and I love it. Okay, so that is my haul. And that's the thing with thrifting, is sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. You gotta go somewhat frequently to find the treasures and get those really, really good scores. But now we're gonna start with our thrift flips, but first I'm gonna finish out my little facial. And you guys, I'm telling you, you gotta give this a try. Don't forget to use the coupon code in the description box below. Big thank you to Foreo for sponsoring this episode. And let's get to the thrift flips. So I have a really cool idea for this lantern, even though it's in really, really rough shape. And it's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. So the first thing we're gonna do is clean this up really good, let it dry, and then we're gonna tape everything off, and we're gonna give it a fresh coat of paint. So we're gonna start with the cleaning. She's all taped up, so that means time for the She-Vader mask. We're gonna paint it now.
gonna build a planter box to hang our lantern on. And I am thinking that it needs to be at least 6 foot tall because of how beefy this lantern is. So like that, and then on the bottom, we'll have a place for plants, or maybe fake ones in my case. We're gonna cut this down on my miter saw, and it may not quite cut it because it's 12 inches wide, but we'll just flip it over. It's just a little bit easier to manage than my table saw sometimes, or a circular saw. It's just easy peasy, so that's what we're gonna do. We are gonna build the planter out now. So we're gonna decide what piece is what. We want the best piece in the front. These are a little curved, but maybe it won't notice. Okay, so this one's a side piece. Maybe that side. And which one do we want to be the front? Which one's the smoothest? This will be the front. Okay, so this will be this side. So we are gonna use some wood glue and some nails. We're gonna definitely need some clamps to kind of hold it in place. All right. Okay, do you think we're gonna be able to repeat that? All right. This was gonna be our other side piece. So make that the top and this the bottom. But it's going to be on the bottom, so I think I can make it work. I'm going to still use the piece rather than cutting a whole new one and just fill it in with a strip. It'll be fine. So let's do it anyways. What I did is I just measured an inch too short. It was just a user error. So this is wood glued and nailed into place. I'm gonna let that fully dry before we proceed. So the old adage of measure twice, cut once, that's a good rule of thumb. Didn't follow it. Now, honestly, we could stop here because we've got the planter box and the long board and the spot to hang our lantern from, but that would not be very designed to the nines. And I have like a lot of scrap wood left over from other projects, decorative trim. So I think we should up the ante a lot and add decorative trim around the box and on the main part of the body and really dress this up. What do you think? I think that it will look really pretty, so let's do it. We are gonna start right up here at the top. So I've mitered the edges on this, and we are going to wood glue everywhere we can. Okay, line this up with the edge. Okay, and then I cut corner pieces so it could wrap around the sides. So we'll do those next. And then we have this piece to cap it off with. And it's a little rough around the edges, but we will make it do. That's good for now. I may do some of this decorative molding here or here. We'll just see how it goes in the rest of the area. I may leave it plain. Now we're gonna do some over here. So now I want to do some of this molding here, and we're gonna use miter shears. These are really dull. I have some sharper ones, but I don't want to go inside my house. Yeah, let's cut this way down. Basically, I'm gonna try to mimic the look of the other planters that we're making so they can all have like a similar feel. Once I get it the way I like, then I'll use it as like a pattern, if that makes sense. Okay, and then we need like a spacer. That's gonna be how we space it. So if that's the case, before we stick any of these down, we'll make sure that everything is the way it ought to be.
You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say.
This is tiny, so I am gonna switch out the nails to something much shorter.
Ooh, you, ooh, ooh. So slow, hold you in my arms, won't let go.
Okay, so we're gonna be doing the trim on the upper part too, and I decided to just mark the corners so I know how long to make them. So those are marked, and we're gonna install.
You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say.
We are done trimming it out, and now we are gonna putty and caulk and get it ready for paint.
You, ooh,
I really do feel like that extra trim work is what took it from a cool project to a wow-worthy, professional-looking project. And definitely don't skip the caulk and putty. That also makes all the difference.
You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you. Ooh, ooh, you, ooh, ooh. So slow.
I snuck out this morning and did our coat of primer. It's ready to go. I am loving this. This is turning it out so good. Now we're gonna paint it. We're gonna paint it black because I have a lot of black accents out on my back patio, and I want them all to work and coordinate with one another. And I'm going to be using this emerald paint that I have for it's on my front door, and I used it on my refrigerator. This stuff is so thick and it's meant for the outdoors, and it's gonna be fantastic. So let's paint.
And I've come out here to say that I love you. Ooh, ooh, you, ooh, ooh. So slow, hold you in my arms, won't let go.
Looks really, really good, but it definitely needs a second coat. So we're gonna do that right now.
Storm a lightning strike as we hold each other tight.
And now we're gonna install our light fixture. Now, let me go grab it over here. So normally light fixtures have like a mounting kit, but this one did not. So all we're gonna do is through the holes there, we're gonna screw this into place with some regular screws.
Also, we are not going to be using the electrical. Now, if you have the capability of being able to plug this in, I would totally hardwire a plug on the back of it and use it, drill a hole and plug it in. However, I don't have an outlet anywhere near. I would have to run a very long extension cord. So we are going to look into some solar options or rechargeable options or just other options altogether. So we'll see how it turns out. All right, so I had to put the screws in on an angle because of like where the holes are connected. So I just used a little bit longer screw. And either way, it's on. We are done. So now we are gonna flip it up and go plant it up because it's finished and I'm excited. So we have it in place, and here's the issue. So this was a hardwired thing. I found this, and this is the closest thing that I have been able to find that will work, because we need like the skinny base, the candelabra base. If y'all can help me out, if you know of a rechargeable light bulb that looks more like this, that would be awesome. These are not very attractive. However, they will work. So they're really not cute though. But at night, this will be fun to have another additional light. I don't know, maybe we don't worry about it. If you have another idea, I thought about doing an uplight and like just leaving the regular bulbs in and doing like a solar powered spotlight that's faced up here.
And I've come out here to say,
yeah, they're really not cute, especially when the plug, I'm gonna have to fiddle around with that. But look, they are light, but they are really ugly. If you have any other ideas, I really don't like these light bulbs. They're the best option I've been able to come up with. So hit me up in the comments section below if you have a better option. And anyways, these are controlled by this remote. You can do different colors, whatever mood you're in. And you make them brighter or less bright. Not cute, but yeah, let me know. Now, if you love this look and you want to recreate it, I do have another option if you're willing to spend a little bit more money. And that is going with the solar powered light fixture to begin with. I found this one at the thrift store and I thought it would be really, really fun to do. I actually have a different spot for this on my back patio, so it's going somewhere else. If you are building this from scratch and you're willing to spend that money, this is totally the way I would go, because this is solar powered. I mean, I've got to disassembled it to get, this has got the packing styrofoam still in it, but do you see how it has the solar power panels on it? This is gonna be really, really cool. Stay tuned, because this is going somewhere else on my back patio. So we've got a lot of outdoor content coming. We're gonna go ahead and plant this up with faux flowers, of course, don't judge. But I wanna add a little bit of weight first. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in these blocks right here. These are leftover pavers and they're quite heavy, and we're gonna put in maybe 2, we'll see how many fit. Okay. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Hopefully that's enough, and then I'm gonna take this soil and dump it into here. Now you might be asking yourself, why is she using garden soil when she's using fake flowers? And the reason is this garden soil is only like $2 a bag, super cheap. So that's cheaper than floral foam, especially for how much we need. And it's outside, it gives a realistic look, so I'm all about that. So that should give us a base to push the flowers in. And I think we'll put this one back here, and then put 2 on the front. Don't these look realistic? I either overwater or underwater plants always. And so I love the look of flowers, but I know I'm gonna kill them. And so when I saw these, I was like, this is perfect. Totally give me the look I'm going for without the maintenance.
There we go. Oh my goodness, isn't that pretty? And I love that we added the white. It really brightens up the black, you know, because I've got a lot of black, but I'm brightening it up with a lot of white. We'll tweak this until it's just right, and I think that looks good. I love this. This is one of my all-time most favorite outdoor projects I've ever done. It's stunning, and I really like the contrast between the beautiful bright white flowers against the black. If you can see, I've kind of got a black and white theme going on here. I haven't really shown you these hydrangeas yet, but I've got the hydrangeas here. You can see a little peek of maybe some jasmine that I'll share with you in just a second here. I'm really loving this space. It's actually one of my most favorite spaces, believe it or not. I really feel like it looks like something that I could have spent $200 on easily, and I am thrilled with the results. But again, don't forget that you could do a solar powered lantern as well, and I think that that would be the most optimal results in this. Well, actually, like if you had a plug, I would hardwire it and like have actual lights, or the solar powered. I don't know. Either one of those options would be better than what I've got going on right now. Help a sister out. If you want to know who won the 3-minute challenge, you're going to have to stay tuned a little bit longer. Who do you think it's going to be? Was it me, Lisa, or Susan? This was the coolest find for $14. Look how big it is. It is probably 3 feet tall. I mean, it's just ginormous. I love it. And for some people, they may just leave it as is, which is what I would have done had I not already have a whole bunch of black pieces out on my patio that are all kind of a solid flat black. This one has a very subtle and slight distressing on it. It almost looks like it's either been sanded or like a very, very subtle dry brushing on, which lightens up the color and it makes it obvious next to things that are painted more, you know, saturated. So all we're gonna do on this is remove the glass very carefully, and hopefully we don't break anything, because that would be tragic. And then we're gonna spray paint it in the matte black, and then we'll style it up. But this was such a cool find, so here we go. All right, here we go. Just this beautiful piece. We'll start with this one, and we should have these little tabs that should just easily bend with your fingertips. And there are these like little sticky tabs you do need it to separate from. Okay, I don't want to break this glass. Okay, there we go. One carefully. Where can we set these? I don't want them to break. We did it. Now there's some dust on here. We're gonna clean that up really quick. All right, here we go. We'll just use that same spray paint we've been using. We're gonna finish up by putting the glass in it, and then we'll style it all and make it all cute and pretty. But you guys, I normally, you know, when I'm thrifting, use my Google Lens to look things up and get the approximate value of something, especially before altering it, and especially if it's an antique. So I didn't even do that with this because I just assumed it's kind of a lightweight metal. It's not like anything like super like heavy duty or like expensive feeling. But just out of curiosity, I did a Google Lens search, and you will not believe what I found out about this lantern. I found it 2 places. One place, it was $374 or $75. The other place was $416. That was before tax and shipping. Who would spend that amount of money on these? I mean, I'm telling you, this is like thin metal. It's not heavy duty or anything like iron, or I was
blown away. I have no regrets spray painting it. I just don't care. But well, let's just call it a $400 lantern. $400. This is no, like this metal is thinner than the Dollar Tree lanterns that I shared with you a couple of weeks ago. Now, it is very, very substantial in size, but $400, please. Anyways, let's clean up the glass, put it back in, and then we'll style it up. As you can see, I have grown quite the selection of outdoor lanterns. Yeah, I could do like a whole statement thing, but what I think I'm gonna do is this corner right here. I currently have these. These generally are on my front porch, but I put them back here while I had the Easter bunnies. So we're gonna probably put these back on the front porch, and then I'm gonna do something with this big lantern and the little planter we did, and then we'll find homes for these around my outside. We're gonna go ahead and style this up, and we'll play around with like the direction, if I want it on an angle or if I decide I want it straight. I've got to play around with it. But I got this ginormous outdoor candle, plastic, because wax would melt, obviously. I don't remember how much I paid for this, but I have a feeling that it was as much or more than I spent on this lantern, but I really thought it deserved a very tall and beefy candle. Hopefully I was right. I haven't even tested this out, so anyways, and it's remote control operated. Yep, that looks good. Okay, let's test it out though. Oh, nice. I mean, it's a little bright right now, but you get the idea. At night or in the evening time, all these additional lights that we are adding everywhere are gonna really create a nice ambiance out here. So I really felt like it looked better than the original. I prefer the solid matte black for me. And it might not be everybody's cup of tea, and I have zero regrets about painting it. And so it just goes to show you, you can really find some amazing scores if you're just out there looking and going frequently and just getting lucky sometimes, honestly. We scored big with that $400 lantern. I love it. But as much as I love it, I would have never spent $400 on it. So lucky me. Another thing that I wouldn't spend $400 on, or in this case $300, is this Ballard Design planter. So it has a gray base and it includes this topiary ball, and it's $300 from Ballard Designs, and I love it. I think it's classy, timeless, never going out of style. I love the concrete look, but in my case I really wanted a black one. And by the way, Ballard Designs also has a planter without the topiary ball that looks almost identical to what we're about to do for $150. So what I did is I took our white planter that I found at the thrift store. I believe we spent $9.99 on it. We're gonna spray paint it black, and She Vader mask, here we go. Okay, we're safe. Can't breathe, but we're safe. Love how that turned out. So good. For those of you who watched my recent frame hacks episode, I teased a little thing that I was going to be doing with these lion heads that I 3D printed. They're not as tall as I wanted to do, but I already printed them, and I think that they will still add the effect that I want to, but you can adjust the height. So in the future I might make them a little taller. No, thickness wise. We are going to use some liquid nails to attach these into the centers. I think lion's heads are so classy, and I think it will be really fun to add it on this particular project. We can't use hot glue because it's really hot and humid here in Florida, so the liquid nails will withstand the heat and humidity. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna glue them on. Then I've got a big topiary ball that we're going to add to it that is from an old project that I did a few months ago, and it was a Pottery Barn dupe. So I love to get that high-end look for less. I didn't put these on prior to spray paint because I like that this has a little sheen to it from just being printed out in the black. This is pretty. So I think I want to pair them together. So that's why I was kind of wondering if doing this more like square would be good. I might have to play around with this over the next little bit. Should I angle things? Should I put it like that? And then like that? Oh, that's kind of nice too. In the end, I just think this look is so high-end, so luxe. It does look just as good, in my opinion, if not better than the $300 Ballard Design ones. I think I spent $25 on that large topiary ball, which is a really good price. So we're into it to, let's see, $40 total. Huge savings over the Ballard Design one with just as classy of a look, in my opinion. So then you'll remember I had that little planter from a previous thrifting trip from a while ago, and it originally was like a galvanized steel, and I did remember that I ended up spray painting that black to use in like my entryway in the fall to like lift something up. So my original plan for this was to add a little wooden applique right in the center to kind of mimic the same look we did with the larger version. But I felt in this case it was going to make it just a little bit too busy, and that there was something that I liked about the simplicity of this. And so we're going to just leave it the black because I think it will tie into our lantern I can't even say it still. Lantern planter. I gotta come up with a different name for that. Anyways, it's got the same kind of feel to it, but it does have like that curved out edge that our other planter has. So we're gonna just leave that alone for now, but I did wanna still share that with you because if you don't have a 3D printer that you can 3D print some lion's heads on or an applique or whatever, just go buy some different appliques. There's an idea for you. And then there we go. Do we need it? Do we think it needs to be up a little bit? I might go get a little something to set it up so it's a little bit taller, but isn't that gonna be so pretty? I love it. All right. I just used a little pink cap lid. That should do it. Oh yeah, that's nice. Maybe a little too tall, but we'll keep looking. And this might be a little too extra, but I thought we'd give it a try. Maybe it's too extra. I don't know. For now, we could leave that for now, don't you think? I love this look. I feel like I'm trying to create a very classy, timeless look out here with blacks and whites and creams and tans, and I cannot wait to reveal it to you in the future. So I bet you're dying to find out who won the 3-minute challenge. Let's find out now. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do mine first, and then we'll do Lisa's, and she's feeling pretty confident about hers. So, I am. So we're gonna do hers last.
Okay, sounds good.
So in order to do this, you go to lens.google.com. It's basically called Google Lens. And then there's an app that you download, and I already have it on here. And so then you just hit like the picture, and wherever you're at, and take a picture, and then it will find matching items. So we're pulling this one up, and it looks like mine is worth it. It came up right away. Oh, that's pretty close. I don't know if it's identical, but I think it's close enough.
It is pretty close.
If it's not exactly the same, and it's $45.
Hey, that's pretty good. $45.
Okay.
I love it.
Wow, that's really good.
All right, Lisa.
Okay.
Let's do you.
Mine? Okay, I'm ready.
I may be a little nervous.
So we're gonna do Lisa's. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like a winner.
Winner, chicken
Winner,
dinner.
winner.
We'll see.
Plate dinner.
Plate dinner. I love it. Okay. So here, let's take a picture of this. Can you look at the logo just to see what it is?
It says Elma.
Alma Noritake. Okay.
Oh, I don't know. She might win.
Does that look like? Flip it back over.
Oh, identical.
Guess
Come
what?
on. What?
It was $60.
$60? I'm not feeling very confident right now.
$60.
Yeah.
That was a good score.
I'm in first place right now.
Oh my goodness. I am totally not feeling confident.
Oh no, you're gonna do
All
great.
right, Susan. Let's
All right,
see what you got.
Okay. All right, Susan's turn.
Susan.
She might have beginner's luck here.
Let's see. Hopefully
I
not.
was thinking I was going to win, and then I heard your numbers.
Well, I would like to win, so hopefully you don't. No. What?
It's worth $108.
No! Bummer.
Like that plate?
Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm buying it.
It's gorgeous. Yeah, it's you're the winner.
That's your prize.
Oh my gosh, you guys, and I loved it. I love the colors.
Well, congratulations.
I was not feeling confident after I saw your guys.
108. Look.
Oh my gosh.
See?
Yay!
That's so exciting.
Oh,
It's hard to feel bad losing when somebody's so kind.
She's so
wins.
sweet.
She's
Like,
such a sweetheart.
honestly.
I'm glad she won. So,
I am too.
Congratulations.
And I
guys, I
came in.
can't believe it.
And for the record, I came in last place. Yes.
That's right, middle of the road. Middle of the road is like always. It seems like I'm always second place.
You deserve it.
I can't believe it. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So a huge congratulations to Susan. She was so adorable when she won. It was so cute. I was thrilled that she found such an incredible buy, and I was thrilled to buy it for her as a prize. She is such a fun person to hang out with, and I am glad that you guys got to meet her. I hope you enjoyed that episode today. Make sure you stop by Lisa's episode, check it out, because remember, we have that challenge item for her that she's gonna have to turn around. I have a lot of faith in her. Her stuff is always stunning as well. So I'll link her episode in the description box below. Oh, and by the way, while we were creating our project, my little Ferreo neck device that I purchased with my own money because I love them so much arrived, and I've already done one treatment with it. It actually looks like a beautiful necklace. You can see that it has a bead that slides, so you can fit it over your head and then tighten it once you get it on. I love it, and I cannot wait to see the results with that. If you want to give LED light therapy a try and see what it can do for your skin, I highly recommend it, and I highly recommend Ferreo. I will leave a link in the description box below. Don't forget to use the coupon code NINES30 for an incredible 30% off discount on top of any sales that they might be running. It is really one of the best coupon codes that I have found out there. So if you do decide to do it, don't forget to use that coupon code. A big thank you to them once again for sponsoring this episode. And if you enjoyed this episode and want some more outdoor inspiration, you're gonna definitely wanna check out this video right here. And in the meantime, I just want to remind you that you are powerful. We'll see you next time. Bye.